Hello lads and welcome back to JH Sport. Now, it is that time. It is time for my Premier League predictions for the 2020-21 season. This is going to be good. Last season I got one right. Let's see how I do this season. Let's just get right on with it. In 20th place I have gone for West Bromwich Albion. Yeah, there's not really much to say on this one, I don't think. West Brom for me are kind of that typical yo-yo club. They come up, they might stay there for one season, then they go back down again, then they come back up. Yeah, I don't really see West Brom having enough quality to survive this season. I think, yeah, it's a swift relegation back down to the Championship. In 19th place, I have gone for Aston Villa. Now, I know Aston Villa did survive last season by the skin of their teeth, but with all due respect to Aston Villa, when your biggest signing is Matty Cash from Nottingham Forest for 14 million, and you're just hoping Jack Grealish doesn't leave, and then you couple that with the managerial standards of Dean Smith, who would personally I think is Championship standard at best, it does not bode well, and I don't see Aston Villa having enough to survive this season. It's a 19th place finish for me with little chance of staying up. In 18th place, I have gone for Brighton. Now, last season, I did say Brighton would go down without a fight and finish rock bottom. Yeah, that didn't happen. They managed to finish 15th. And, fair play to Graham Potter for keeping Brighton up again. I mean, I'm surprised they've survived this long. So, credit where it's due. But if your tactic every season is to just stay up, eventually that's going to run out. And that's what I think is going to happen here. Yes, they've signed Adam Lallana from Liverpool, but it's a lottery as to whether he stays fit or not, and I don't think they're going to have enough quality to survive. This season, I think I have it right. Brighton, 18th, back to the Championship. In 17th place, I have gone for Fulham. Now, this could be a very, very stupid pick. I was torn between Brighton and Fulham as to who would go down, but it was kind of a coin toss in the end. I do think that eventually Brighton's tactic is going to run out, and I think that's this season, and I think Fulham will just survive at the expense of Brighton. Scott Parker did a great job to get them through the playoffs and to get them back into the Premier League. Yes, I know when they came back a few years ago, they went straight back down, but I don't think that's going to happen again. Yes, they will be in a relegation scrap, but I think they're just, and I mean just, going to survive. In 16th place, I've gone for Crystal Palace. This was the only one that I got right last season. I predicted them to finish 14th last season, and they did. Crystal Palace, they are hoping and praying that Wilfried Zaha does not leave. If he does, then Palace could be in serious trouble and could potentially probably get relegated. Do I think that's going to happen? No, probably not. Because I think somehow they're going to convince Zaha to stay. And if they do, they will be in some kind of relegation scrap, but they will just survive. 16th, lads. Enjoy. In 15th place, I have gone for Leeds. I am not jumping on the Leeds bandwagon that they're going to have a great season and finish in the top 10. I don't think that's going to happen. Yes, they signed Rodrigo, but lads, when you have a player coming from one country to another, yeah, it's going to take some time to adapt, and it's not as if they're signing a prolific striker from La Liga. So, yeah, it could end up being an absolutely abysmal signing. But for a club like Leeds, I think Rodrigo is a decent signing. Do I think they're going to break into the top 10? No. Leeds United will not finish in the top 10. And if they do, I will personally make an entire video dedicated to apologising to every Leeds United fan around the globe. 15th, lads, you have my word, Leeds will not finish in the top 10. In 14th place, I've gone for Burnley. Burnley are a very strange club, but they are a prime example of why you stick by your manager. I mean, when the season they finished 7th, a lot of people, including myself, were tipping them to be in a relegation dogfight. And even last season, they finished in the top 10. That was... it's Burnley for you. They do this kind of stuff out of nowhere. Do I think they're going to finish in the top 10 again? I don't think so. 14th at best, I think. Not even knocking on the door of the top 10. In 13th place, I've gone for Newcastle. It's actually mental to think that of all the clubs in the Premier League, the manager with the most Premier League experience just so happens to be Steve Bruce. When he replaced Rafa Benitez, a lot of people, again including me, were tipping Newcastle to go straight down to the Championship without a fight. That didn't happen. They finished 13th last season, and I think they're going to finish 13th again. And if they do, I mean, that is quite remarkable for Steve Bruce to drag this team, kicking and screaming, to back-to-back 13th place finishes. In 12th place, I have, for some reason, gone for West Ham United. Look, lads, there's not really any logic behind this, but just hear me out. Every Premier League predictions video has that one prediction that makes you question the sanity of the person making the video. This is probably that one. They finished 16th last season. They were in pretty much trouble all the way through. They went and signed Thomas Souček permanently. I don't know how effective that's going to be, but I think they're going to surprise us next season, and they're probably going to toy with the top 10 for a little bit, but ultimately I think they're going to finish 12th, a fair distance off the top 10. In 11th place, I have gone for Southampton. Last season, when they got battered 9-0 by Leicester, it would have been a lot easier to just roll over and accept that they were probably going to get relegated. But they didn't accept that. They bounced back fantastically, and Danny Ings nearly helped himself to the golden boot along the way. Ralph Hasenhüttl did a great job, and I think they're going to have a decent season again. 11th place, back-to-back 11th place finishes, I think, which would not be bad for Southampton. Kicking off the top 10, I'm going for Sheffield United. Oh, it could have been so much better for Chris Wilder and Sheffield United. Only for their poor end-of-season form, they were on course to finish in a European qualifying spot, be it Champions League or Europa League. But ultimately, it was a 9th place finish for Sheffield United, which, in fairness, with how long it took them to come back to the Premier League, that was not a bad season. And I think even 10th next season will not be a bad finish. I think that's where they're going to be. They're going to be probably around 6th, 7th for a while. But then again, it'll probably be poor in the season form that will kill their chances of finishing any higher. 10th place, lads, I don't think that's a bad finish. In 9th place, I have gone for Leicester City. Brendan Rodgers choked last season. There's no two ways about it. I mean, it's not the first time either. Remember in 2014, he choked with Liverpool in the title race, and again last season with Leicester in the hunt for Europe. Yeah, it could have been so much better. They could have been in the Champions League as it is they're in the Europa League. I don't think they're going to be toying with Europe next season. I do think the added constraints of a Europa League campaign will be the Achilles heel for Leicester. 9th place, I think, is going to be the best finish they can hope for. In 8th place, I have gone for Everton. I know they finished 12th last season, and it wasn't a great season for Everton, but they've made good signings in Allen from Napoli, and James Rodriguez will be on the way soon. And while Everton, with all due respect, is a downgrade for those players, I do think that's probably what Everton need. They need players like Allen and James Rodriguez. And under Carlo Ancelotti, I think those players will flourish. I know James is getting on. I think he's nearly 30. But, you know, a club like Everton, as I said, they're the kind of players that they need. And I think they're going to be thereabouts hunting for the Europa League spot. But I think 8th place is where they'll end up. In 7th place, once again, I'm going for Wolves. Yeah, hat-trick of 7th place finishes. Nothing to see here, really. Nuno Espirito Santo has done a great job so far. And if Wolves can finish 7th 3 seasons in a row, in their first 3 seasons back in the top flight, that would be absolutely remarkable. Yeah, nothing really to see here. A hat-trick of 7th place finishes for Wolves. In 6th place, I've gone for Tottenham. Yeah, I don't even think Jose Mourinho can drag Tottenham to the title, or I don't think he can drag them to the Champions League either, to be honest with you. While Tottenham are talented, they have a good squad, I don't think the manager is the problem. I think they need serious work done on that squad. But next season, yeah, I think it's another 6th place finish for Tottenham and Jose Mourinho, which is sad because I do like Tottenham and I would love to see them challenging for the title. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're even going to challenge for Europe, for the Champions League. 6th place, lads. Enjoy. In 5th place, I have gone for Arsenal. I really rate Mikel Arteta as a manager, and I do think he's going to have a better season next season. I know, yes, they finished poor domestically in 1920, but they did go on to win the FA Cup, which was a brilliant achievement for Arteta. I don't think they're going to break into the top 4. I think they're going to be there or thereabouts, but I think ultimately they're just going to miss out, and it'll be a 5th place finish. But after what happened last season, a 5th place finish will not be bad. Kicking off the top 4, I'm going for Manchester United. I do think a late Leicester collapse did help Man United qualify for Europe, but look, at the end of the day, you have to go out and do the job yourself and get the points, and Man United did just that. They're not ready for a title challenge yet, I don't think. I do think though they're gonna have a good run in the league and they're gonna cement that top 4 place. So yeah, I think back-to-back top 4 finishes for Manchester United. In third place, I have gone for Chelsea. Last season was very, very good for Frank Lampard. Yes, they lost in the final of the FA Cup and the Super Cup, but look, finishing in the top 4, starting the season with a transfer ban, that is excellent. Now that's gone, and they've gone and signed Ben Chilwell, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, so I do think it's going to be a good season for Chelsea. Third place, I think, not challenging for the title, but they're going to be comfortably in the top 4. Second place, I have gone for Manchester City. It's a bit of a coin toss between the top 2. Manchester City were poor, and that's putting it lightly, in 1920. Losing 9 games in the league, I believe it was, and losing in the Champions League to Lyon. It just was not a good season for Man City last season. I don't think it's going to be as poor this time around, but I do think they are just going to miss out. When you're doing your shopping at Bournemouth for overpriced English defenders, it does not bode well. I think they are just going to miss out this time around. And in first place, I have gone for Liverpool. Last season, Liverpool won the title with 99 points, the second highest total in the league's history. Are they going to run away with it this time round? Not a chance. It's going to be a hell of a lot closer. As I said in the last prediction, this was a coin toss. I do think Liverpool are going to have just that much more in the locker in the latter stages. They're going to have a lot more hunger. Jurgen Klopp will keep this team focused and he will keep them hungry for more success. And I do think it's going to be a much closer title race with Liverpool just pipping it and winning back-to-back titles, which would be an astounding achievement for Jurgen Klopp. Anyway, lads, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you think. Have I gotten these totally wrong? Most likely. Am I going to get any right? Probably not. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed doing this video. It's good fun trying to predict the Premier League, even though you're most likely going to get probably 1, max 2 correct. But yeah, I'm happy enough with those predictions. I will try and predict, the other cup competitions, the likes of the FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League. I will try and predict those and see what nonsense I come out with. But anyway, that is the video for this week. Let me know what you think, and till next time, I will see you in the next one.